Hey, what's up, everyone? I am back to review some more Blue Sky films. I think we've had a pretty good journey so far. I mean, sure, some of the films have been kind of meh, but we've had a pretty good journey so far with films and stuff. We had a pretty good journey with some films that were all right, but not too bad, not or too good. Will this film that I'm gonna be reviewing coming up? Will that end up being a bad? Well, let's find out. Before I get any further, though, please subscribe for more videos and reviews. Well, videos are reviews, you know. But yeah, I do news-related stuff, reviews. I do many different things. I do a little bit of gaming too. Tomorrow I'll actually have a gaming-related video. So if you guys want to check that out, please support me by hitting that subscribe button and hitting that notification bell as well, so you guys can keep up with my content. And make sure you guys are still subscribed too, so you guys know. Because I have heard that people have lost subs because of glitches and stuff. So make sure you guys are still subscribed. Because right now I'm at 105. I'm getting close to 110. Keep up the nice work. And anywho, with any further ado, let's talk about this movie, shall we? It's story time! Oh, I just love stories. I love fantasy creatures. You know, there's so many fantasy creatures out there, you know? Even fantasy stuff has their own stories as well. But there are many fantasy characters and legends, like unicorns, dragons, sphinx, and griffins. And this is where epic comes into place. How is this movie epic in ways? Is it epic, like really good, or is the title lying to you and saying that it's epic when it's really not? Well, I gotta say, this film is not that epic. The title is a lie. It is a lie. This movie is not epic at all. I gotta say, I was really bored watching this film. I was really bored. Like, I was absolutely bored. I get what people were saying. This movie is absolutely bland and boring. There's nothing to it, really. I had a hard time following the story, honestly, of this movie. I mean, I know what the story's about. It's about, like, this crazy dad, he's obsessed with these creatures, trying to find them and stuff. He's trying to find them, and stuff, and and trying to prove it, just like Mr. Crocker does on the Fairly Odd Parents, tries to prove he's not a crazy maniac, And everyone doesn't believe him. But apparently his daughter comes. I'm really confused. I'm not sure why she went to see him. I'm not really sure. Maybe I missed it in the movie, but for some reason she went to go see him, and I'm like, she doesn't want to see him because she thinks he's nuts. That's apparently why his wife left too. For a guy or a person in general who literally lost his wife and his daughter because they left him because it deserted him because he's crazy. I'm surprised he's not freaking taking over the world or something, or pissed or something, I mean, if someone were to leave me or unfriend me or something because I'm believe in something, and they don't believe in something, that is just freaking cruel. And I'm surprised that this guy has not gotten pissed at this point. I'd be pissed if people were going like that with me, but Yeah, apparently his wife left him. And I guess she died, but we don't really know how she died. We don't know how she died at all because the freaking movie never explains it. We see a picture of her, but we never know how she freaking died. We don't know how she died. The movie never explains it. And then you know, there's the other plot, the main plot, where you know, the main girl, whatever her name was, with the red hair, you know, who she, you know, left her father because she's very selfish. She left her was leaving her father because she thought he was crazy. And the father, again, was not doing anything wrong. He was just, I mean, yeah, he was acting a little bit crazy, but he was not hurting anybody, and she was gonna leave him, you know? She was gonna leave him because he believed in something she did not. So, I mean, I don't know, but what happens is the queen dies, you know, the queen, which, by the way, is not a very interesting character either. She's just kind of, I don't hate her like a lot of the other characters in this movie, but there's not really much to her. I guess her purpose in this movie is to be the queen, and I guess she heals plants and stuff. You know, I could use her in my yard right now. You know, I can really use her. She can bring my trees back to life. You know, I can really use her. That's really all she does, and then she gets killed, and then the quest I guess is I'm not even sure what I'm literally lost here, and I'm lost. I'm trying to fill in the story here, but I'm really having a hard time doing this. This film is freaking a mess. It's a mess. It's boring and a mess. It's not frustrating, but it's a freaking mess is what it is. But I mean, yeah, it's just basically, yeah, all the characters are boring, they're bland, they don't got anything to them. We got this one slug guy, he's a slug, and he and the snail guy are freaking annoying, they're freaking aggravating characters. They kind of remind me of the duo, the two duo birds. You know, the one yellow and one with the cap on his head, and then you know the red fat bird from Rio, you know, those two, whatever their names were. They kind of remind me of those two duo. Only that they're likable. Yeah, they make some stupid jokes and stuff, but they're likable. Here you got the freaking slug trying to threaten this other guy, which I actually like. You know, only one part of the movie I did not like him, and I'll get to that in a second, but he basically, I guess, had his uncle that died and stuff, and not his uncle, I mean his dad died, and once again, not no explanation how he died. We leave the movie figuring out why these characters died, but I don't know. But yeah, basically though, yeah, but like I said, basically the slug guy, you know, is threatening him and all that because he wants to make out with this pretty girl, and I'm just like, I hate these freaking characters. Like, I really hate them so much. I freaking want them to die. I really do. But no, because this is a kid-friendly movie, they can't die. You know, they gotta. I mean, I guess the snail's okay. The snail's alright, but the freaking slug, I fucking hate him so, and I hate him so much. I really do. I hate the freaking slug. I hate how he, you know, is freaking flirting with this, you know, redhead gal with the ponytail, and it's like threatening this other guy who's probably like a teen or something. I don't know. I just don't freaking care about any of these characters. I don't care about any of them at all. They have no purpose. This freaking film is a mess. And all the jokes in this movie are just so stupid. They're freaking stupid. I wouldn't say they're predictable, but you're probably not going to be laughing, you know, when you go watch this film. You're not going to be laughing or anything like that. And I don't go to a movie always to watch comedy. I mean, Pixar is not really known for a lot of comedy in its films, but at least the earlier ones. But But like I don't. I feel like when people are trying to be funny in films or TV shows, sometimes it feels forced, and when you got characters that are bland on top of that have no personalities, yeah, that's a problem. That's a real problem. Because this is definitely just, this film is definitely just, I don't really care for. I just don't care for it. I really don't. And like I said, the whole plot is. I was gonna bring up the plot. The plot is like, they're trying to get these they're trying to get these this sprout thing the queen gave to this gal with the red hair to take to a certain destination and stuff. And I guess I don't even know what these gray things are called. They stated them in the movie. I remember hearing that, but I forgot what they were. And I don't want to rewatch the movie again to figure that out. So yeah, but basically though, I guess their leader's son died as well as the queen. When he killed the queen, he died too. But so yeah, he died too. So yeah, he died too. So yeah, so that's I guess a shame. I mean, I don't really know. I mean, he wasn't really on screen long enough for us to really know what his character was like. He was on there from the very beginning of the movie. He died, and we never know. We don't know. All we know is he's that leader's son. That's all we know. We don't know anything else about him. So yeah, but I don't know, I just feel like this film is definitely really boring. It's definitely really boring. It really is, and I don't really have lots to say about it. I really don't. I mean, like I said, the humor is stupid. All the characters don't have personalities. I mean, they kind of do. But it feels so rushed. It feels really rushed. I'm not gonna lie. It feels super rushed and like, I don't know. I just don't feel like they don't have a lot of personality. Like, yes, the slug has a crush on has a crush on this human gal, and so does that guy, but that's all they have. And then like another character, he's the older guy. He's picking on the younger guy who has a crush on that he's the guy who is in love with the queen, and stuff, but he picks on the other guy whose uncle, dad that dies and was friends with, I guess. I'm sorry I can't remember the names of this. I'm terrible with names, I really am. I had to watch the film multiple times to remember names. So sorry about that. I don't even think they really mentioned them too much in this film either that I can remember. But yeah, this film though is definitely just really boring, and I don't really have a lot to say about it. Really, I don't. There's not much to say about it. Again, it's not like furiousing. Like, there are some films out there that are absolutely boring and frustrating. But this film is more boring than anything. And yeah, I don't like a lot of the characters. I think a lot of them are either forgettable or frustrating. Like I said, there's one segment, like I was gonna bring this up. There's one segment where like I'm supposed to. I mean, I like this guy, who's in love with this gal, I can go off by the picture here. He's the one that's wearing the green above. He's sticking out at the top of the picture here on the cover. That's the guy that had his dad, I guess, die off screen in the past or something. But there's one segment where they're in this house and they're like they're making fun of this this gal's, father. They're making fun of her father and stuff, and like, I don't know. I just don't really care for this. I really don't care for this film that much. I just don't care. I just don't. I know I said that quite a bit, but that's all. I don't have a lot to say. I really don't. But like I said, they were making fun. I'm gonna say they were making fun of him, and that's one part where I don't like this character either. But yeah, basically though, he was also joking about how a human, a giant human stepped on his uncle and killed him, but then which would have been a great plot. It would have been great. But then turns around and freaking makes it a joke, which I'm like, that's not funny. That's not funny at all. That's literally what the freaking humor in this movie is. It's just constant freaking jokes and after jokes that are not funny, feel forced, and that was one of them that felt forced. That felt really forced. Are there any things I liked about the movie? Anything I liked? Well, I did like the ending where where that little girl got to actually be the queen. I like that, even though she was only on screen. Her and her mother were only on screen for like a few minutes of the film. So but I do like how they make her a queen, because she wanted to be a queen. She mentioned at the beginning of the movie she wanted to be a queen. And her mother's like, that doesn't work like that, because it really doesn't, but at this point, the film's all over the place, and I'm like, at least something good is coming out of that, But yeah, I don't know, I don't really think this film is I think it's definitely a bad film. It's boring, it's definitely bad. There's even one segment where they're apparently going and fighting all these gray creature things that are fighting all of them, and then they're fighting all of them, and they're by themselves. They don't have their army with them, and I'm like, that's so stupid. Why did they not take their army with them and go fight them? That would make more sense in the movie. I guess they wanted to expand the movie or something, but I'm like, that's just stupid. Like, if you're in the army or something, if you're in the army, not saying I am, because I can't stand guns. Guns hurt my ears, so I can't stand that. But if you're in the army, you're not gonna just fight people by yourself, with a couple other people. You're gonna have a whole bunch of soldiers fighting by your side, not just you going with a couple friends and then taking out a whole bunch of army. It doesn't work like that. So basically, they just go by themselves and then retrieve the pot or whatever the heck it is at the Queen Gate, that red-haired girl. And then what do? They literally ditch this guy here, the guy who picks on the guy up here with the that's above that little girl that's on that, well, above that little girl, the red-haired girl's head, that's her. Basically, basically he picks on him, and you should be like, well, he deserves to get ditched because he was freaking an asshole throughout the entire movie. But every character in this movie, almost every character is an asshole. So I'm like, why the hell did they fucking ditch him with all those freaking guys? They've literally ditched him, and what does it do? It freaking, they don't even bring it up again. He just shows back up out of nowhere with a black eye and stuff. He shows up with a black eye out of nowhere, and we're supposed to be like, well, it's good, he's back. He actually survived, but it's not good because they freaking ditched him, and you're not supposed to be feeling bad for this guy because, he's a jackass, but every character in this freaking movie's a jackass, except for the father. all the freaking main characters are freaking jackasses. The freaking redhead girl, she's a freaking jackass because she freaking tried to ditch. She tried to, freaking leave her father by himself because he was crazy and believed in something she did not believe in. So yeah, there's that. And then like I said, the slug, he's a freaking asshole too, freaking threatening that one guy and stuff. So freaking every character in this movie is a freaking asshole. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I just don't freaking like it. And yeah, there are some characters that I like, but they barely get any screen time. Like I said, I like the segment where that little girl and the mother are the mother and that little girl that are flowers. They're in the movie and stuff, but they're only on screen for like a few seconds. And that one moment at the end is at the very end of the movie. We have to sit through this entire freaking movie with constant stupid jokes and dealing with characters that are very unlikable just to get to the end. And it's freaking frustrating. And the dad's great too. He's good. Now, not the villains. The villains are alright. I mean, I don't think he's awful, but I don't think he's great. I don't think he's as good as the pirates were in the last Blue Sky film I reviewed, but I think he's alright. But I was talking about mainly the redhead girl's dad. That's what I was talking about. While I'm sounding like Charlie Brown, I'm sounding like Charlie Brown when I say redhead girl, but I don't know her name. I don't know any of these characters' names. I don't remember them. So, yeah. But yeah, basically though, this film is just a pile of garbage. It's a pile of garbage, and I may tackle it down the road. I'm not sure if, depending on how well this review, turned out. Because I don't know, I don't have a lot to say about this film. I really don't, and I guess I can say one thing too. Apparently, this red-haired girl's dad has a dog who has 3 legs and 1 eye. I figured I'd just point that out. I'm not sure why the developers of this movie decided to make the dog like that, but they did. So yeah. But yeah, I just don't think, I think that's like, a weird, thing they did, but yeah, I don't know what else to really say. Well, I guess there's one more thing I need to say real quick. This is a fun fact real quick before I wrap up with the score and stuff, but this is a fun fact here. This is the first Blue Sky film to use the new intro, the new Blue Sky logo. They changed the look of it, so it's no longer an oval, but they have a little scratch segment at the end now of it, so that's pretty good, I guess. I kind of miss, the old logo, but this one at least it's still different in a way, not the same, but I don't know. Anywho, let's wrap this film up with the score. So, between 0 through 120 points, what score am I gonna give this? Well, I think I'm gonna end up giving it I'm gonna give it 0 points. Yeah, 0 points. It's getting 0 points. There is nothing really unique about this film. I hate to say it too, because Blue Sky has so far had some pretty good films, and some of them were okay, but there were still a lot of things to enjoy about it. This film is just freaking all over the place. It's just all over the place. Like I said, they go from like one plot to the next. Like I said, the whole part, where they ditch that one guy when he's fighting for his life while they take off on this freaking bird take off on this bird, it's just freaking, and then they just cut to, the part where they're trying to bloom, and there's like no mention of that guy, getting ditched, but I don't know, that's just all over the place, and then the jokes are not very funny, there's just nothing really good about it, it's just freaking a forgettable film, and all that, there's nothing really to it. 0 points may seem really small, I mean, I should probably, 0 points might be kind of, low for this. I mean, the animation is good, but that's literally it. That's all that's good about it. And even the animation's not the greatest either. Compared to Rio, which Rio is a lot better film, so yeah, there's just nothing really to this film. And I've also stated that the characters are all unlikable, too. They're all unlikable assholes, too. So there's really nothing to this film that I really want to go back to. It really sucks. The only thing I liked about the film was the part where, the only part of the, movie I liked was the part where they where that little girl becomes the queen. That was really sweet and cute. But everything else just freaking sucks about it. And you could argue too that the dad and her daughter, the dad and his daughter ended up together at the end, but it doesn't make up for the fact that she was gonna leave him because he freaking was a crazy maniac or blah blah blah, and all he was doing was trying to study creatures. He wasn't freaking hurting anybody. I mean, I can understand maybe if he was like Mr. Crocker from the Fairly Odd Parents, but no, he was not like that at all. He was a nice guy. It just freaking sucks. And not to mention the villain, the main guy, not his son, but the main guy. Throughout the movie, they end up trapping him in a tree, but that shouldn't be enough to actually stop him because he's got the power to make things rot. He can just escape from the tree. Yeah, he can just escape from the tree, so it doesn't make any sense. And yeah, you could argue, well, it's the movie, it ended with him getting stuck, but the way the logic works there, is that if he can make trees rot and fall over, then he could easily get out of that tree, and it just doesn't make any sense. This film is freaking garbage. I hate it so much. I really hate it. It's just freaking almost 2 hours worth of stuff to sit through, and I'm just glad to be done with this film. But before I get any further with ending this video, I figured I should probably do a comment question of the day. Now I don't know what comment question I'm gonna do of this. I guess I can do what is your guys' least favorite Blue Sky film? Tell me your guys' least favorite Blue Sky film. What is your least favorite? I don't know mine yet. So far, this is my least favorite Blue Sky film. I absolutely despise this film. I really do. I absolutely just despise it. And I don't know. I may change the score later down the road, but I don't know. I'm just right now. It's getting 0, and if I end up changing, here's the thing too. I will only go back to a review or something like that if I have anything else to say about it. If it's just for scoring wise, I'll probably just mention in the next film from that studio I'm reviewing. So I don't know. This film though so far is just 0 points. There's nothing to it. I mean, yeah, it's a nice looking forest, but it's just boring, and I might change the score actually. I might actually change it. Because now that I think about it, the creatures are very creative. I think I'm actually going to be giving it 12 points, not 0. 12 points. Not 0. Yeah, I think I just realized that technically, yeah, it's gonna get 12 points, not 0, because this film is just it's very boring and forgettable, and I hate almost all the characters. But I do gotta say, I do like the creature designs are really good. So yeah, 12 points is much better. 0 is way too low. But still, this film is just so forgettable. Sorry if I had to change the score. It's just, again, when a film is really boring, it's really hard to review it. So yeah. And because I haven't uploaded the other video yet, I couldn't just go back and watch this right off the bat. I had to wait, so, because I was, my phone, I was going to upload it before, but my phone wasn't charging on the PlayStation, so, yeah, I had to, I was using a green, cable-ish thing, where, yeah, it wasn't charging, so I had to, change it, so, yeah, but I had to recharge it, so, yeah, but yeah, I think 12 points is much better. Sorry about that, but that may not be the last time that happens either, because again, when a film is really boring, your mind's gonna be blanking it for it's gonna be blanking from your mind, so, yeah, so, this may not be the last time that this happens, but if I don't change a score in a video, I will come back to it and probably just mention it in the other ones. So yeah. Anywho, see you guys later for more reviews. Remember to answer the comment question, which is, what's your least favorite Blue Sky film? And until next time, see you guys then. This is Dash Show Rose. Have a nice day, and see you guys next Friday for I think it's Rio 2 next. So see you guys then, which again, I have not seen Rio 2. I have not seen Rio 2, so I heard that film is also not very good, but I have to watch it first before I judge it. So yeah, because I like Shrek the Third, and a lot of people hate it, so I can't really just criticize it because other people do. I have to have my own personal opinion. So yeah. Anywho, see you guys later. This is Dash Show Rose. Have a wonderful day. See you guys next time.